Hello everybody. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. It's been like 2 years and I'm currently back. Uh, the reason why I've been away, one of the reasons why I've been away is because I had a baby and I needed to concentrate on my family first. And well, the reason for this vlog is to let you know of the things you're gonna need when you're traveling with your toddler. And I recently had to travel from Perth to Canberra, and that is like, yeah, it's just within Australia. It's a short flight, but yeah, it was hard because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. And I'll just like name some of the things that you're gonna need to carry with you that are free of charge. In most of the flights, I got to learn about that when I was at the airport, and I'm like, oh damn, I should have googled this out, or someone should have informed me. And well, one of the things you're gonna need is a small pram. It depends where you're going, by the way. You can carry a big pram. They don't charge that as well at the airport. They just check it in. There's a special place for checking it, maybe the prams for the children, of course. And they don't weigh the kilos or the weight of the pram. It's free of charge. So one of the things you're gonna need is a pram. And also a mini pram. There's normally one that is only $25. You can find that one at either Kmart or Big W. It's normally $25, and it's really good. You can carry that with you when you're on the plane. You can put it at the luggage. There's that luggage. I don't know what's the name of that thing. The luggage. Okay. Luggage. What? Okay, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, you're gonna need that one as well. The small pram, mini pram, and that is gonna help you, especially if you're not going on an express flight. You have to stop at a particular place. It will help you to push around your baby while at the airport, and you don't have to strain and to carry the baby with you. Yeah, I learned the hard way. For me, I just I'm not going with the pram. It's gonna add onto my kilos, and then they're gonna charge me more, and I was traveling on a budget. Well, big mistake. I didn't know all of those the pram was free of charge. Another thing you're gonna need to carry that they don't actually charge is the baby, what do you call, a playpen. For me, I would say a playpen, or a baby cot, a place where the baby is gonna sleep. I wish I knew that. I had a really hard time where I went to stay because there wasn't any baby beds. And I was like, damn, I wish I had I knew that the plane, the flights don't charge for the baby bed. I should have carried the baby's playpen with me. And another thing you're gonna need to carry with you is make sure that you have enough milk. My baby was breastfeeding, and he was also on formula, and you need to make sure that you have enough bottles with you, because in the plane you don't want to be that mom who is always be like I need some milk, or I need something, always disturbing the stewardess, or well, you need to make sure that everything that the baby needs to eat and to be comfortable, you've prepared those. Another thing you're gonna need, what did I say first? I said playpen, I said pram. There's another thing, car seat. You're gonna need that. or else you'll have to travel with the public means, because some of the taxis, they don't agree if you don't have a car seat for your baby. You might call a taxi and then they'll be like, no, we don't have a car seat for the baby. And then because of the laws and regulations, they're not allowed to carry a baby without car seat. So you need to make sure that you carry a car seat with you when you're flying out, when you're traveling. And they don't charge that as well. They just check it in at at a different section. They don't weigh it. It's free of charge. And this is for most of the flights, I had to check at the airport. With that one, I was very sure there has to be a law. So I made sure that I carried the car seat. Yeah, at least I was safe with that one. Another thing you're gonna need for your baby is, the toys to keep the baby busy while on the plane. And my baby, anyway, I didn't carry a lot of toys. I had a small book because I was trying as much as possible. I was very concerned about the kilos, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because I'm traveling on a budget, I don't want to spend any more money that I can actually avoid. In return, I wish I had Googled. In return, I spent much more because I didn't carry the pram, I didn't carry the playpen. And when I arrived in the destination where I was going, I had to buy a new pram, which was an added expense, which if I knew that it was free, I would have just carried it. It would have been easier for me. I wouldn't have had to also struggle at the airport, and my flight wasn't a direct one. I had to go through another state, and oh my goodness, my baby was very restless, because it was his first time flying, and he was just restless. I also, another thing you need to make sure is that you fed your baby before the plane takes off. At least it will prevent their ears from popping, from the air, which is another thing I didn't know. Oh my goodness, my baby was screaming and everybody was just looking at me and being like, oh my goodness, woman. It was so uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. I wish I knew this. Then when I arrived, when I was back home, and then I was like, okay, I want to know what I did wrong. And I started checking how to travel with a baby and all that. And I'm like, I wish I knew all this before I traveled with my baby. I wouldn't have undergone, through all the problems, and I would have avoided spending money that unnecessarily, I would have saved more. And it would have been a more enjoyable, experience with my baby. And I think that's most of the things I've named most of the things. Another thing you need to know, for me, because my baby was a baby on my lap, I didn't have to pay for an extra seat. But if you want, you can pay for an extra seat and your baby sits on the seat next to you on a car seat. But for me, it was on a lap. So they normally give you a belt that is strapped on you. You put on your belt, and then there's another one for the baby. I'll just show you on the photo, at least to make sure that your baby is safe. I think I've named at least most of the things that you're gonna need when you're traveling with your toddler. I wish you safe flights and enjoy your trip. See ya.